Welcome to BAF Draft. This is your host, Gary Wilkinson, and with me, as always, is...
Matt Zerby.
Oh, how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good.
Cool. Hey, I think that's a long intro.
What did you do to this intro? This is like... it just keeps going and going. It's like
we had a bad technical issue happen.
We did, Hillary? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I deleted some files. And it went real bad. So now I got to go in and edit that and make that shorter.
Okay.
Okay. Not on this one because now we're already talking about it. But
Oh, okay.
So
why are we episode 21?
Oh, we're supposed to be episode 22 because episode 21 is supposed to be the one where it's part 2 of Jared interview. So the reason why we are episode 21 is because I was going through making those videos to put on YouTube, where I put the file and then make, the little slide of the picture of our logo, what episode it is. And somehow, because a lot of the files are named the same, they're just in different have different file extensions.
Right.
But it was hiding the extensions, and I thought it was something else. I deleted it and trashed it. And I tried everything to do a recovery on it. So now that other half is just... it's just like, what do you call it? Like a myth. Or not a myth, like a...
It's the cast that never was?
Yeah, it's like...
So now there's two podcast episodes that never were.
Correct.
So there's somewhere lost in the podcast ether world.
Lost in data. It's turned into something, I guess.
So
some kind of form of energy.
So Jerry, we apologize profusely, or Gary apologizes profusely for just completely throwing away all that work you did.
So I went and got a hard drive today, so now I have them in files.
Okay.
To like, because normally I would never save it once it's into MP3. I would never save it, but now I'm gonna start just saving all the raw ones, just so we have them too. You know what I mean? So
we can archive them for later.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's gonna want this raw, terrible footage.
Yeah, and right now we're on camera. So yeah, we're being filmed.
Oh jeez.
So it's not synced in with the audio, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. I'm just slowly but surely, baby steps.
Yeah,
right?
We're getting there.
That's how you eat an elephant, is one bite at a time.
According to AFN.
Yeah, according to... I heard that before AFN. There was this older guy I used to work with. That's how he used to say it all the time.
Was he old because he was watching AFN?
No, he wasn't. It's AFN. It was in Kuwait, though. So maybe he did.
For those of you non-military people, AFN is the Armed Forces Network. It's basically like 6 TV channels that just play TV shows, stateside TV shows.
From random different places, too. Basically, they let them... I don't think they pay for it, or a lot of it they don't.
I have no idea.
A lot of the content they don't pay for because it's just for the troops, but like it only is for military bases.
The catch is there's no commercials while you're watching any of these shows. So instead,
it's propaganda commercials.
Well, AFN puts in all their public service announcements.
Kaboom!
Chicken knows best, y'all. But yeah, so that's what AFN is. It's just regular TV shows, but with terrible commercials.
Yeah, so when you're over here watching the Super Bowl and everybody's all excited about the Super Bowl commercials, we don't get to see any of that.
Yeah, they get none of it.
I've seen a couple of them slip through before.
Yeah,
but they're just horrible.
But I don't think you can admit that. Like we can't admit that we've seen commercials because that defeats the whole. Anyway, how about we do Pack One Pick One?
Let's do Pack One Pick One. Oh, I got this. This is new and exciting product called Shadows over Innistrad.
Shadows over Innistrad? Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have Eternal Masters yet?
No, it's shipped out Friday. Thanks, Jared, for the video. So I'm very excited to get that. I'm hopeful that it comes in Saturday.
Okay.
And we can draft it that night.
All right.
If people are up for drafting it that night.
We'll bring both. And then if people are up for it, they can do that. And then if not, they can do that.
All right. Here we go. First card. Pretty good card. Considering, you know what I mean? Okay. Press for answers. It's 1 and a blue. It's sorcery. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap phase, and then you investigate.
So now that we're on camera, can we raise our hands for people who have never actually played that card before?
You've never played that card
I've never played with the card before.
When I play anything...
I played against it, but never with it.
Yeah, when I play blue, for instance, yesterday... Or not yesterday, when was it? Oh, our schedule's been weird.
Yeah. 2 days ago. Saturday.
I did play that in my blue-green because I needed tempo slowing down while I built my stuff up.
Yeah.
And it works great for that. And
I think the Investigate really makes it... I mean, it's been to good use with the Investigate.
And it was an Investigate deck I was using, so...
on turn 8 or 9, you top deck that. You can tap their biggest, scariest threat down, and you can still get to draw a card.
And I really wanted to have, I only had one, and I wish I had one. I wish I had about 3 of them.
Now, let me ask you a question, right? A hypothetical card. Let's talk about if it was a different card. If it cost 3 and a blue, tap target creature, it doesn't untap, draw a card, would you play it? If it cost 3 and a blue, right? So it didn't have investigate, it just drew you a card instead, but it cost you 2 more mana. Would you play that card? Like, is that the same card? Or, like, it's a different card, isn't it?
It gives you, well, it's a different card, but it lets you, well...
But, I mean, it feels
No, it's
different.
exactly the same.
No.
But you're saying for the investigate cost and all that.
Yeah, if you threw the investigate cost into the casting cost of the card...
The only problem with that is that you're having to spend it right now, and yes, you're getting a card right then. What's cool about investigate tokens is that's an end turn, I got leftover mana, let me use that now. Or for those combat tricks when it puts out 1/1s. I like having that option, but essentially, by math, it's the same thing, but by opportunity, it's not necessarily the same thing.
Because 2 of it's sorcery speed, and 2 of it's not sorcery speed, so it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Okay, Inquisitor's Ox, 3 and a white. So, I'm holding it up to the camera so they can see.
What? Oh, my God.
So this.
Can't you just make picture-in-picture and just have the picture?
What I'm gonna do is probably do a slideshow with us, like stop motioning. You know what I mean? Because unless I can get it to sync up, if there's not a whole lot of editing to do, it'll be easy to do that. Because I can throw it into my Fillmore thing and just bloom. The only thing is we started that earlier, so I gotta find that sync up right when it does, and then see how it sounds an hour. I can maybe do it. We'll try.
Well, next time what we do is when we do the intro, you can like do a hand motion, and then you know that's the time to sync up the audio with that. Right. All right. Like one of those cut things when they do the little slider cut things in movies.
Oh, that's true because I'm gonna have to read lips now. So.
No, not much. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is that 2/5 Ox.
Inquisitor's Ox?
Yeah, and if you have Delirium, it gets +1/+0 in Vigilance. So I like this as a filler card for a white. Would never first pick that because it's a really good wall that can bite back a little. So.
I mean, it's crazy because look, there's no driver. It's just it's pulling nothing.
You're looking at the art on it.
Yeah.
Hey, next one. Here's another one I like. Just the Wind. Let me tell you, I like this one better than I like this one.
And by this one, you mean?
Okay, I like Just the Wind better than I like Press for Answers better than I like Just for Win. Just for Win's one, when it is an instant too. Okay. It's 1 and a blue. It's return target creature to owner's hand. So I take that because I did use this last night, and I would wait for the guys to attack.
I think if we got a keyword on there, sir.
Yeah, the Madness.
Madness for blue.
Yeah, Madness for blue. Yeah. It works even if you're not. It's still good tempo for when you're doing the blue-white or blue-green.
But Madness with all those like Laboratory Maniac and stuff where they tap and then they discard a card. Basically, if you have something to bounce back, you're never actually losing the card you're discarding. All you're doing is drawing cards.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a blue strategy, it seems like a really scary card.
I haven't seen anything yet that grabs first pick, but like of these, that's probably mine.
You ready? Yeah. Are we raising our hand for cards we've never played?
Oh my gosh! Okay, gotcha. He's saying that because he wins first place a lot, and he never.
No, it's never a card. I've just never played it.
Here's one I've never played.
Okay.
So, all right, and I do not like this card because of that sorcery word right there.
Right.
So it's 2 and a white, and sorcery speed. It's ethereal guidance. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. You're telegraphing your pump before you swing. And
you ready?
Yeah.
I have played the card.
Have you?
Yeah, in a white weenie strategy where I had a bunch of tokens.
Yeah, for that.
It was gross. Like, and then if I had it with a bunch of devils, like those little devils that you make wherever they die, they deal a point of damage.
Yeah.
You know how scary they are on that? That's 4 points of damage each devil's dealing. Like obviously, if they block.
If you're playing that, yeah.
And I did.
Okay, Hulking Devil, 3 and a red. It's a creature. It's a 5/2. Nothing else. No bells and whistles. You played that?
Never.
Yeah,
no.
Neither have I. It's that falls in the D on the bread for sure.
So. Well, I think it's even worse than D. I think it's an F.
Yeah.
I think it's a flat. Well, because
when I say D, I mean
no.
dudes. Just there's nothing else to pick. Let me grab that.
No, it's worse than even dudes
gotcha.
/ duds.
It's too easy to
so
kill.
bad. I'd take a basic land just to hope my opponent is more favorable to taking red. No, because it's a 5/2 for 4 mana that is going to trade down so often. It trades for 1 drops. It trades for 2 drops. It trades for 3 drops. 2 toughness is so terrible in this format.
Gotcha.
It's like the keyword. Does it have 2 toughness? It did.
All right, here's the next one. Thornhide Wolves. It's 4 and a green. It's a creature. It's a wolf. It's a 4/5. That's a decent D on dude. If you had no other creatures and you were just filling in some, I've used it. I've had it. It's worked for me. Usually I'm doing okay by the point I get that out anyways. But I'm just saying it's still not a first pick by any means.
So you know how we talked about bomb. Like the bread strategy and how I think that S deserves to be a spot up there for synergy. The synergy of that card. The wolf, the wolf synergy of that card is so valuable in this. I think there's just so many cards.
But I mean, you were getting a 4/5 for 5 ground. Doesn't sound that great, but for this set, that's really good.
In a vacuum, it's a bomb.
Yeah.
A 4/5 for 5 could just end games sometimes. So I like it as a synergy. I like it as a bombs. It's my pick right now. Okay,
Murder's Compulsion. 1 in a black sorcery, destroy tapped creature, but it does have madness for the same cost. So 1 in black. I'm gonna raise my hand too, Matt. I've never used this card.
You've really never played the card?
I've had it used on me a couple of times. I've never really seen it used that often.
I had a disgusting draft where I had 3 of them. It was that card's phenomenal. That's the pick right there. Now it's the pick to the point where I'm gonna pull it off to the side because I don't think we're gonna find a card better than that.
Really? I'm hoping there's like a
it's a 2-cost Doomblade.
True. I mean, it's good. It's great removal.
Yeah, in a game where you're playing creatures
really play
and
black
they're playing
that much,
creatures,
so it's just never.
Black is
because everybody's fighting for black all the time at our tables. So it's
black and green are the best 2-color pairs.
Ember Eye Wolf, 1 in a black. It's haste. One in a red. Sorry, haste. It's a wolf. It's a 1/2, but it has this ability. 1 in a red. With the colon. Ember Wolf gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I actually do like this card.
I do too.
It's a really, if you're doing the wolf deck, this is like, it's got the haste, man, and it's pumpable, man. It's pretty badass. So I don't like
worst of the 2-drops I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
I will play every werewolf over playing that. Gotcha. Every werewolf is better than that card.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, I'm not first picking it.
If you're really short on 2-drops, it's a serviceable 2-drop, but it's not. It
really works great for those red aggro decks. So
the problem is the mana investment, right? So if you attack that, you can't attack into a 2/2 unless you're willing to pay like your turn 3. So your turn 2 you play that thing, you attack for 1 point of damage. Your turn 3 they have a 2/2 to block and you swing with it. Yeah. Well, you swing with it. Now just to trade, you have to sacrifice your whole turn, turn 3, just to trade. And then that's why I'm not really high on the card unless I have other wolves or I desperately need 2-drops.
All right, here's another one. I don't think I've ever played this or seen this. I kind of like it, though. I'm looking at it now. Okay, Veteran Cather. It's 1 in a green. This is a first uncommon, by the way. It's a 2/2 human soldier, so it's human. Now, if you pay 3 and a white, target human gains double strike until end turn. I like it if you were already in those colors. I wouldn't jump on that right away first pick.
I would.
I've never used it. I've never even, be honest with you, I haven't even seen it come around.
It's 1 in the green for a 2/2 human, and that is a creature type.
Yeah.
In this, it's actually surprisingly good. I played it with a deck with absolutely
I wish I had that Saturday. Or if I'd have had this card Saturday, I would have been going. You would have seen me going green and white instead of green.
See, what I'm saying is, I think it's so good to play. You don't need white.
Gotcha.
I played it in the green blue splash black deck that I ran.
You're not picking it over this, though.
No. But it's still a really solid 2-drop.
Okay, so the next one, I think our first zombie here, Dranu Corpse Trawler, 3 in a blue. It's a zombie 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. And if you pay 2 in a black, target zombie gains death touch until the end of turn. I haven't seen it played. Seems like it'd be okay. Especially if you got zombie deck that's making little tokens and you can chump block and make them death touch, you can really gain board control on that, or at least be aggressive in your attacking. So.
It's a 4-power 3/3 over 2 bodies.
Yeah.
The question you have to ask is, do you want a 4-power 3/3 over 2 bodies? If the answer is yes, it's amazing. It's ridiculously powerful.
I don't know. I'd probably still go.
I have actually not drafted blue-black zombies in this.
I did it one time and it was horrible.
But it's a premium card I'd want. I'd want every copy in a blue-black zombie.
Yeah, because you have to have those other cards for the blue-black zombie deck for it to work well, and they happen to be rares and mythics, so it's hard to get them. So.
I think there's like Stitch Mangler is definitely way high up there.
That's the one that comes back out of the graveyard?
No, that's the one that
taps a creature when it comes
back? Yeah, it's tapped the other creature, and the other creature doesn't untap.
Gotcha. Well, I actually did one where I had Relentless Dead prized Amalgam or whatever it is, and I had Stitch Mangler and all that, and it still did horrible. So
I think it needs other stuff to go with it. You can't just draft zombies. Zombies is not see, vampires are a tribal where you can basically just say, oh, it says the word vampires, I'm gonna take it. Humans, same thing. Oh, it has the word humans, I'm just gonna take it.
You can't do it with zombies.
Can't do it with zombies. Zombies, you need some actual stuff to go.
You could back in, when was that?
Well, the original Innistrad you could.
Yeah, Innistrad. Yeah, back then you could easily. Yeah. Cool stuff, sick stuff.
Right, but this isn't a format that supports zombies because thematically zombies aren't really big yet. They're not the focus.
Okay, here's my first pick, right here. This is Ulvenwald Mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 and a green. It's an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 human creature token in the battlefield. The other night I lost one round to, like I told you, some just spells I thought were just horrible.
Right.
This right here alone, just one of them in my deck was like I don't know. Every time I've played with this several times and I've done well. I've actually won first place with it before.
Right.
I like this card just because I know how well it works and it's easy to make humans. And if you pull another one of these, it's even sicker. So
yeah, Innistrad or Shadows over Innistrad, they printed a nice little group of enchantments. The green ones, the blue ones, namely are the two signature colors
that work together.
They work together. I mean, they work well in a deck. I wouldn't want too many of them in the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get worse the more you have of them. But Urbanwald Mysteries, I think it's a card that's good. I am still gonna take Murder's Compulsion.
I'm gonna take this just because I know I've played that type of thing, that investigate thing, and I trust it more. Like I would do better with that. If that wasn't in there, maybe that. Okay, here's the next one. Here's our rare.
Okay.
And there might be another one in here. So it's 5 and a white. It's a creature. It's a spirit knight. That's a 4/4 flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When another spirit enters the battlefield under you control, you gain 2 life. You can pay 3 and a white and put a 1/1 white spirit creature token onto the battlefield. I be honest with you, I don't even know if I've seen this played, and I know I haven't played with it. It's just so expensive.
I know people have drafted it.
Yeah.
And I know that people have put it into their decks, but I've never seen them resolve it.
Yeah, it's just so expensive. You usually don't see it resolved.
Well, so the question it asks is, can you spend 7 mana to make a 4/4 flyer and not lose that turn? Because if you don't lose that turn, you will win that game.
Yeah.
You're gaining 4 life. You're gaining a bunch of chump blockers. As the game gets longer and longer, you just gain
so
more
this
and more.
counts towards that spirit entering in?
No, it doesn't count. It's own spirit, but see how it makes spirit tokens?
Yeah, I got you.
The activated ability just makes a 1/1 blocker and gain 2 life. So 1/1 blocker, chump block, gain 2 life. 1/1 blocker, chump block, gain 2 life.
Yeah.
I think the card's really it's I would want 1 in a control deck, and that's about it.
Okay. I'm not picking it though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next one, Solitary Hunter. This is our flip card.
Yep.
There's a foil back there too. I'm not sure what it is. So, 3 and a green. It is a human warrior werewolf. He's a 3/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells were cast, it's this traditional one. Just flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. When it's flipped, it's a 5/6, and a werewolf. And then if 2 are cast by the same person, flips back over. I don't know. I haven't tried the werewolf thing yet.
Oh, you have it?
Not in draft.
Oh,
no.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's really scary for your opponent.
So, now don't get me wrong. I played. I think it was this one and something else. I'll do it in a human deck. Well, they're just good cards.
Well, yeah. I mean, on its own, you're paying 4 mana for 7 points of stats. That's really good.
Yeah.
And then if it ever happens to flip, it's all upside. 100%. It's so scary.
I'm still picking that over that.
Yeah. I mean,
Evolved Mystery.
Yeah,
you're picking Murder's
Mysteries.
Compulsion. Okay, here's our foil, our last, legit pickable card. It's Hinterland Logger. It's 1 and a green. It's human werewolf. It's a 2/1.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It flips over if you didn't cast any spells. Then it's a 4/2 with trample.
Mm-hmm.
So another one of those. It's a 2/1 though. That's the only thing with it. It's really easy.
I mean, it's a 2/1 for 2. It's a 2-drop, and then there are times when your opponent's going to stumble on mana, or maybe let's say they kept a 2-land hand, and they're like, maybe I can get there. They're on the draw. They think they can get there. They keep a 2-land hand. You drop that on turn 2. Their turn 3, they go to draw a card and they have nothing.
Yeah.
So they just have nothing. That card just wins the game on the spot.
Gotcha.
I mean, hitting for 4, they're down to 16, then they're down to 12, then down to 8. I mean, the game ends so fast, so quickly. It's better if your opponent can stumble. The problem is that it trades really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's trading up most of the time, but there's times when, it's just going for a 1-1, so.
All right, so your murderous compulsion. I'm Univald, or Unvun. How do you say that?
Uvenwald.
Okay, mysteries.
Uvenwald.
So, and that's just, I think, playing style. Mm-hmm. I guess I was happy with my deck. I got fourth place or something, and it was. Well, I got paired down in the second round and I lost, so that just screwed me for the night. And I got beat by Alms.
Okay.
The card we've talked about on the podcast before, he makes fun of me for that.
I think the card's
it killed
terrible.
me 2 games. It was the reason I died. If it
wasn't
there, I would have won. I would have had time. I was so.
But you don't know what else they could have had. They could have had literally anything else. If they had had a Sinister Concoction, one of the 3 Sinister Concoctions I drafted, it would have been just as bad.
Well,
if they had had a murderous compulsion.
Here's what he had. No, because I had this thing going full on at any moment. Was pumping out creatures at will.
Right.
So I was able to defend him blocking, and I was attacking in onto him. So I was at 4. He was at 9.
Right.
And I was knocking him down about 4 every turn. So, and this happened in both games. And he had that card out where at the beginning of my upkeep, if he had Delirium, I lost 1 life.
Right.
So I knew I was on a timer at that point. And I did not have a lot of removal in my deck. The stuff I did that was removal wasn't like ability removal. It was like lockdown stuff or return to hand or do that kind of thing. I only had
tempo.
one.
Yeah,
I only had
tempo.
one rabbit bite. So, so I was able to control the tempo, but I wasn't able to control like those kind of effects. So I had to be careful on what I chose to get rid of, and that was the least threatening, at least, because I had flying evasion, I had other little stuff. So I was able to swing through, and I had him. I was gonna get him down. It's just then he pulls out that alms, get him up, keep lose 1 life. Boom! Both times it happened like that. When I beat him, everything was fine, and he still get damage on me because.
Yeah, but you realize it was the devil that killed you.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
But had he not played the alms, I would have beat him to the punch.
If alms had been deal 1 damage to all creatures,
I would have beat him to.
If alms said if instead of alms he had to deal 1 damage to all creatures,
I would have still
lost.
won.
No, because all your 1/1s would have died.
No, I didn't have. I only put 1/1s out in response to blocking.
Right.
I only did that then because I had a wall of bigger creatures, but I didn't want to leave myself too open. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what if you had like Magma Chasm? It says your creature.
By
can't
the
block.
way, that's the one with the flying. Unless they're flying, they can't block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the third game. Funny you say that. The third game, he beat me. The first game, he had 2 of those things.
Right.
And
but I'm saying in the scenario presented where alms won, right? That other card would have beat you too.
No, I had 4 flyers, so that's how I was winning.
Oh, with the attacking with the flyers.
Yeah. So
Okay.
well, I mean, yeah, it would have if I'd have swung in. That's what happened on game 3, but I ended up winning game 3 just because I just had better synergy going on. So, it happens. You get weird matchups. What's funny is so first round I played Bowers, right? So we were done like before most of y'all were even into like turn 3.
Yeah.
So and then then second round I play. I can't remember who it was. I got paired down. Third round he plays Bowers. And Bowers like destroys him.
Right.
It's just matchups sometimes are weird.
Yeah, the crazy matchup.
Okay, so that was Saturday. Actually, it's been a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it'll be 1 week now actually because I lost the stinking video. So
yeah, because you're not posting the actual 21 episode.
Yeah,
21.
it'll be this is episode 21B.
Does that mean for the rest of our like podcasting like time going out, it's really gonna be like an asterisk next to the podcast number?
No, it's gonna be known when whoever listens to it, and whoever listened to podcast 20 for sure, because I did all.
So
this
if we
stuff
want to jump
there.
our numbers up, we can just skip a whole episode and be like, hey, remember that missing episode? We're just gonna put that.
What I'm gonna do, we're just gonna have. When we get our Eternal Masters in and we do our thing, we'll talk to Jared and
we'll have him come back on the show.
And
Apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. So
like, hey, listen to the old podcast. And then we're gonna
I really feel bad because he did his whole cool plug at the end of that thing, and that's what's gone. That's how I feel bad about.
You should feel bad.
At the Gathering Place in Abilene, Texas, by the way.
Gathering Place, Abilene, Texas.
Yeah. If you're on our Facebook page, you'll see because he's on there quite a bit. So, okay, so we moved I don't know if it's going to be permanent, temporary.
Temporarily,
yeah.
Tuesdays is canceled.
Yeah, so basically now Thursdays, which was SOI, like what do you call it, league or whatever, or
it was just bring whatever you have.
Yeah. So now it's Cube and and I like it over there because of the lights.
Yep.
So because I remember, and I'll say this on there because I love the USO, I think they're awesome. It's just they have this policy or whatever for their lights.
Yeah.
So, but they were so accommodating Saturday.
Yeah.
Like awesome. I can't remember his name. He came back off leave.
Yeah, the guitar guy.
It was amazing because he had the lights set up for us. It was probably our best Saturday night.
I'm gonna say Todd.
I can't remember,
but I'd be lying.
Yeah. So he was concerned that it was because they did something wrong to us, and it's not necessarily that. I think it's just we had low numbers.
I can't guarantee that you're gonna be there. You can't guarantee that you're gonna be there.
Correct.
It's more of, who's gonna be constantly sitting there running it.
Plus, you have Tuesdays that are low numbers there, and you have nobody that's on the other. I mean, the people showing up on Thursday hardly ever come to the Tuesday.
Yes.
The majority of those.
Yeah.
And then the Tuesday people were more willing to go over there.
Yeah, true.
Because, as a matter of fact, all of us that came to the Tuesday were over there on, well, Saturday. At least on Sunday.
Sunday,
and Tuesday, only because some of them were working and doing their schedules. But now, yes, we had 5 people, but I saw who was there Sunday.
Yeah.
And if that's any indication of those are people who work on that side, they're closer to that side. We had the one guy, I can't remember, the other civilian, I hadn't seen him in a while, and
Kevin?
I didn't realize he was right there. So so it was cool. We're gonna hopefully we get bigger numbers next time.
To recap our days, so Tuesdays we're not doing it anymore.
No,
it's Thursdays over at the Vulture's Nest on Disney side.
2000's the official start time, but as normal, usually there's somebody there by 1900.
Yeah. And then if you're going to be a little bit late, we'll hold off for you.
Yeah, and you can wear shorts there. Because I asked.
You?
Yes,
nice.
Because I'm wearing shorts next time.
Saturdays we meet at the...
War is hell.
The USO. We start draft at 2000. Again, same thing if you think you're going to be a little bit late. We do product draft there, so hopefully we'll have Shadows of Innistrad or Modern Masters or Eternal Masters come out. And then on Sundays, we do Commander back at the Vulture's Nest. We start whenever anyone shows up.
I actually enjoyed that. That was the first time I showed up to the Commander night ever, I think.
Yeah, but it's good because there's so many different people now. It's not just playing the same people constantly over and over.
Well, I played 2 because they had the little guitar thing going on there too, so I jammed out with them a little bit, and then they had 2. Or I was at a table with Hinton, Kevin, and Will.
Yep.
And this is my first time with my black-white deck. And I got a couple of cards in, but they didn't really make too much of a difference. That Rhino thing or something that you get double life gain or whatever.
Yeah.
So my whole goal in my deck is just basically to make sure nobody wins.
Right.
Until it gets down to where everybody's whittling away at each other and I life gain, and then I'll pounce on opportunities or do something like that.
Right.
Like I'm not going to be that combat guy. So, and it worked really good second game. Like I did that card where you exile everything.
Well,
all permanents.
How did you do in the games?
The first game, the thing was we all kind of conceded at the same time.
Right.
Because Kevin had those infinite combo things.
Yeah, and the game's over.
Yeah, so that happened actually both games, but I stopped it once in the first game.
Right.
By bringing in, it was not Olamog. Who's the guy that comes in and exiles 2 when it comes in right away?
Kozilek? Was it Olamog?
No, it's not Kozilek. It might have been 2 Olamogs. It was a modern Olamog, and then there's another new Olamog?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, it was one of those, because I think I had both of them in there. So there's one that's Annihilator 4, that's the Modern Masters one. Or not Modern Masters.
The old one, yeah.
The old one. I have the Modern Masters version of it, but it comes in and destroys a creature. And then there's the other one that comes in and does the... exile 2 creatures, and when you attack, they mill 20.
Yeah.
So I milled 60 cards in that game.
And remember, it's not milling, you're exiling.
You're exile milling.
Exiling, yeah.
It's still milling. It's bad milling.
No, it's super
really good milling, but I mean bad for them.
Yeah. It's super.
So I did Hinton twice, and I did Will once.
Well, you got to stick with the same person.
I know. It was tough, man. It was tough.
You got to stick with
And then I was just spreading the love, and then
spreading the love. Okay.
And then Kevin got his little combo off again, and I really tried stopping it. And then the second game, I wiped because Hinton was getting real crazy with his little Kalitas and other little combo stuff. So I wiped the board once, and they were all mad because it triggered Kalitas, this thing where everything died and all the tokens came in. But I wasn't really worried about that because I knew I had another board wipe in my hand. So I let him, everybody do their thing. I wiped the board again. And then I was just trying to control it so nobody got out of control. You know what I mean? And then I was gaining life. And I had in my hand, and this is when I dropped the other Olamog, where I destroyed one of Kevin's things. But then he got some infinite combo thing, and then it was done. Because the idea was, because when it came in, I exiled two things. Or not exiled, destroyed one thing. Then I had Audric in my hand. And I had the one where you gain 40 life.
Yeah.
Or if you have 40 life at the beginning of your upkeep, you win the game.
Yeah.
So I had Audric in the other. So every combat, my guys are going to have Vigilance, Lifelink, and be indestructible.
Right.
So, and I could have cast both at the same time. The idea was to swing in, gain my 10 life with that, block if I need to. And then when it came around, I had that Debtless, the other debt, the thing that you pay 2 black, 2 white, X.
Yeah.
And everybody loses double that. What X is?
I think it's
and you
target player.
And no, it's everybody.
Gain twice that.
It's everybody.
Oh, is that everybody?
Yeah, yeah. And then you gain as much life total that was lost that way.
Okay.
So I was surely going to be like in the 70, 80s on my thing, and I was hoping to survive, and I don't know, it was just a hope. So
we had a game, our table, so you had your 2 matches, it was 3 matches they played, so they played a total of 3 matches at your table. We had a 5-man.
Yeah, because I didn't play.
Yeah, because you played one. Yeah, so they did three games at your table. We had a 5-man pod. We did 1 game the entire time, and after your game was over, we still went for probably another 40 minutes after that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we didn't get out till like 30 after midnight.
My.
And I took it home.
First game.
Villainous Wealth, baby. Villainous Wealth.
Oh, nice. First game I got a little bored with, and then I started getting into it towards the end, and then it's just, I don't know, that's a hard thing with me is I did have fun socializing. The games themselves, like, because sometimes there's so much going on. It's just like, I just don't care to look over and ask you every single time you drop a card what that does. If I played long enough, I guess I know what they do eventually, but yeah, so it was kind of, and the same thing with me. I'm new there, so they're looking at what I got and like, what is? I never seen this before.
Yeah.
Exile all permanents from the game, and then they come back again.
What you need to look to is get Swords to Plowshares, and you need to get like Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile.
I have Path to Exile, and I have Swords to Plowshares
in the deck.
No, I just have them.
Those are really efficient ways to kill one creature. And so if somebody's about to combo off, you can, they'll gain some life, or they'll get a basic land, but you stop their combo.
Gotcha. See, I that was the one thing I didn't put in commander decks was things that target one thing or do one thing. I didn't know if those were bad.
They, in my opinion, they're bad at 3 mana and 4 mana, but at 1 mana, at 1 mana, it's super easy, it's just gonna win you. It's gonna.
Well, another thing I wanted to do was put in. I can't think of it. We just talked about this. Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
I so want Rest in Peace in there. If I do that, they'll really screw some people's stuff over. Because that stops a lot of what happens. So, it's just, I've got cards. I've got about 30 cards on the way. Some really expensive stuff. The old Avacyn, the old Archangel of, not Thune, but the other one. Tithes? Maybe Tithe. Not the modern, not the Origin one? Not the Origin one, the other one that's like 27.
Archangel of Thune? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So, and then some oddball stuff, that I know works really well in the black-white stuff. Just whoa, bomb stuff. So that's pretty cool. Did I add that, or did you add that possible calling guest?
Well, we may have a possible call.
Gotcha. Okay. So, like we talked about, EMA is out. I put out another article today. I'm gonna put another one out probably tonight.
Okay.
Just to get them out. And then we put the rules one out, which is really important.
Did you read it?
I did read it.
To me, Brago, I had no idea. I felt like such an idiot. I did not know how Brago worked. Did you know?
No, explain.
Okay,
I read the article, so then most of the stuff I kind of knew what was up. It was the. But go ahead. Continue.
Okay, so Brago, when he attacks and deals damage to a player, right? You can exile any number of permanents you control, or any non-land permanents you control, and then they re-enter the battlefield. They just basically they lift up in the air and then come back on the battlefield.
He's white, blue?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so he can exile. One of the things he can exile himself, and so basically he has pseudo vigilance. He swings in and then he comes back and then drops down. And
so you can exile him with that ability.
Yeah, with that as part of that ability.
However much damage or any amount of non-land permanents.
Any of them.
So you can tap out. You can just tap all these artifacts for this, and that.
Yeah, and then they all boom drop down again untapped.
You can pull you can pull a Planeswalker's ability all the way down to low, pop it out, pop it back in, redo it again.
And since it's a new Planeswalker, it's not the same one.
Yeah,
you can activate its ability again. Yeah. So, here's where it gets gross, right? So pacifism says target creature, when you cast it, enchanted creature can't attack or block. Just period, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you cast an enchantment from your hand, you must declare its target what it's going to enchant. So I say, you have a 2/2, I'm going to pacifism onto your 2/2, and now your 2/2 can't attack or block, right? Now, if in response you gave your 2/2 hexproof or shroud, I can no longer declare it as a legal target, and the enchant creature, it fails. Right?
Okay.
Because it just doesn't enchant to that creature. So with Brago, because when you attack with Brago, you can exile pacifism. Pacifism jumps up into the sky, and then pacifism comes down. Not you casting pacifism.
Wait,
pacifism,
hang on. Let me ask you this. Okay, so you're saying when pacifism doesn't have a target, it doesn't fizzle, it just lands and stays on the field?
No, pacifism is going to find something else. It's going to enchant a creature.
You can find something else with it.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
So you have to jump to something else. Like you can even jump to your own.
Basically, you can pop it off and just keep putting it on things.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Here's where it gets gross. If you attack with Brago hits, and you exile the pacifism, pacifism will re-enter the battlefield, and pacifism is now choosing what it's going to enchant.
Yeah.
It can enchant hexproof things.
Wait.
Yes, it can. Because it's not being declared as a target, it's just entering the battlefield attached to a creature. Not target creature, not...
Oh.
Yep. So, Brago...
And that's in the rules.
That is why I posted it on there. It's one of
see.
those crazy things that because no target is being declared, where it comes in handy is...
when you're casting it, you're targeting it. When it's coming into the battlefield, it's not... officially called targeting.
Right, correct.
So.
It's just being put onto something.
Yeah.
Same thing works if you have a shrouded creature and you want to give it a +2/+2 aura that you have. So you swing with Brago hits, and the aura flies up into the air, gets exiled, and then lands, and it can land on the shrouded creature.
Kind of like...
the aura is choosing.
So it's the same concept as... Okay, so you have that... it's an artifact creature, it's Phyrexian something... it makes a copy of any creature. It doesn't target a creature.
All the copy effects do. They enter the battlefield as a copy of chosen creature, not target creature.
Yeah, so you can do anything.
Well, and then as soon as you cast the spell, right? As soon as the spell's allowed to resolve, your opponent doesn't get to know what you're choosing before it enters the battlefield, so they can't even respond with anything. So you can cast the spell, and your opponent can respond by bouncing their creatures or killing their own creatures, or whatever they want to do. But they never get to know what your actual target is until it enters the battlefield, because it enters the battlefield as whatever it is.
So you can say, does it resolve? And then say, now it's this.
Yep.
I'm going to start using that, because it's, especially with counter spells and things like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it works with most effects. You'd be surprised, especially Vincer, Shaper, Savant. It's a 2/2 for 4 for 2 and a blue. It enters the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, you bounce something. So you ask your opponent, does this resolve? And then they say yes. Then you target. Okay, so I'm going to target that thing. Then the target goes on the stack. They can respond to that, but still it's getting bounced.
So, and then I read the red, red-green was the article today. So that was a pretty cool one. So, I'm looking forward to the EMA coming in, Eternal Masters. And then, I don't know, I saw there's a whole case coming to us, basically.
Oh, there's multiple cases. A case is 4.
Oh, so there's 6 cards coming. I thought there were 6 coming into us.
A case is 4, and I think there's 8.
Oh, really? Okay.
Boxes.
And he's sending a pack for pack 1, pick 1.
Yeah.
And some other.
And by he, you mean Jared. So
yes.
Jared made a video for us. To make shipping costs easier on Jared, he basically opened the boxes of Eternal Masters, took the still packed packs out, and put them into much smaller shipping boxes because they're not the same size. Then he sealed those shipping boxes, and he did all this on video. Sealed it up and then put them all into another larger box. So instead of each box of Eternal Masters for all the players being this huge 1.5 foot by 1/2 foot monstrosity with a little square or a little triangle top and all this taking up so much space, he could fit them all into nice little sleeve things. much smaller and condensed, and you're getting your cards because he just opened the boxes and he showed everyone, so you can feel 100% confident that you're not getting ripped off.
And then like that's Gary's box, that's so and so's box.
Yeah, the names written on the boxes beforehand.
So no, no
confusion.
It's already predetermined randomness. So, predetermined. Like, you got a better box than me, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Well, it's still gonna happen.
Huh?
It's still gonna happen.
Oh yeah, but
and the video was funny because he kept speeding up as he was doing it. He's like, let's see how fast I can do it. Let's see how fast I can do it. Yeah, so it was pretty funny.
And then, so I look forward to that. Now we have the, I'm waiting on people to get in on this, what is it? What's it called, by the way?
Eldritch Moon?
Eldritch Moon?
Eldritch Moon?
Eldritch Moon.
Eldritch Moon.
Eldritch Moon.
Like Eldritch Horror?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a Cthulhian horror from Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. Eldritch.
Cthulhian being the big squid-headed winged demon thing from the nether world.
Yeah, from H.P. Lovecraft, the books, the series of books. That is open source material.
I didn't know that. So that like
that's why everyone
you say
can
open
use
source. You're talking like also what's his name? It's Journey to the Center of the Earth. What's that guy's name? He also wrote Island of Dr. Moreau. I don't think that was a different guy that wrote Island of Dr. Moreau. But my favorite book is they did a book. They did a movie about it. It was horrible. They did Journey to the Center of the Earth, right? Then the same guys, the same kid that was in that did that Island. What's that called?
I have no
with
idea.
The Rock in it. It was horrible. But the book. Oh man, what's that guy's name? Jules Verne. Mysterious Island. Awesome book. Nothing like the movie. If you watch the movie, it's just nothing like the book. Not even remotely close. So
Eldritch Horror.
Yeah.
Eldritch Moon is coming out as the next set in the block, and we are doing a pre-release event for that.
And not only are we doing a pre-release event, like we did one last time that had we had like 20-something people show. You weren't even here for that.
No, I was not here for that.
Dude,
I got
that
sick.
Was so stressful.
I got sick on pre-release.
You were at home though.
I was sick at home for my pre-release.
So I made little things. I don't know. They took pictures. It wasn't nothing super big.
Yeah.
But this one,
the USO, yeah. Okay.
You can tell them because you're the one who got all the details.
No, the USO said they're gonna go all out. They said they're gonna do tables, they're gonna do food, they're gonna get actual light. They're gonna deck the place out. Talking about prize support, actually ordering prize support in addition to. So I'm thinking we might do a little costume contest.
Didn't they say Motley Crue was gonna show up too and play? Or was that just something I heard?
That was probably a nightmare you had.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So do a costume, like what? Dress up? I don't know if I can do that.
Come on, for free stuff?
I'll never live it down, man.
What? What do you have to live down? Who are you living it
what
down
am I going
to
to dress up as?
I don't know.
I'm going to try to dress up as something. And
it's got to be a magic card. You got to dress up like a magic
looking
card.
like the Kaboom guy on the AFN commercials.
You got to dress up like one of the new characters from the new cards.
New characters?
Yeah, from the new cards. I don't even know what they are yet. You come in your Liliana costume.
My Liliana costume.
Yeah, because I know you have one. I know you have one in the closet here somewhere.
Yeah, I do actually, believe it or not, I actually have a Jedi robe in there.
There you go. Go with Jace.
It's my bathrobe.
Oh, nice.
So I would, if you do it, I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be I might have to be a judge, so I don't know if I can actually enter the contest.
You gotta do it. No,
but I'm gonna dress up.
Okay.
Even if that means just putting on some makeup on my face, like paint on my face, and then being like, "Oh, look, I'm an elf, or a goblin."
Gotcha. And then we play that way. It would be fun if we can get other people to do it.
It'd be fun if just one person does it.
Yeah. Nah, it's kind of weird if one person does it.
No, it's fine.
It's not Comic-Con. It's Afghanistan. So.
Yeah, and that makes it funnier.
Okay, gotcha. I'll do it if there's something cool. It's just there's not much around here to be creative with, so... I guess you'd be more creative.
Exactly. You have to figure out something. It's like eating in the chow hall. You have to be creative.
Yeah, that's been real bad lately. So, yeah, tonight I was real disappointed. Hot dogs and chili. You see me eating hot dog and chili all the time, right?
All the time.
Because I'm doing that ketogenic diet.
Yeah.
So that fits in there, and it kind of tastes good. But I went and got gas tonight. Like,
yeah.
I was gonna go eat, and I saw my thing.
Oh, you got gas, like actual car
fuel,
gas.
Mo gas.
Okay, so you didn't like eat and get gas.
Yeah, no, I got Mo gas.
Okay.
It's called MO gas. I don't know what that means, but.
Motor vehicle gas.
Is that what it? No, it's MO. Is it? Why don't they just call it gasoline?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's got to be okay. Anyways, they call it Mo gas out here. So.
Right.
So it was on empty.
Mo gas and diesel.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was empty. So I went to go get fuel, and then I was debating because I was right there at that kind of middle. Like, am I going to drive all the way down
to
Disney, or am I going to go back to the other side? I was like, no, I gotta, I had other work to do still, and so I went and ate over there and had their chili because their chili's horrible on this side.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't you come hit me up?
Huh?
You should have come.
Because I was in the middle when you got here. I was still working when you got here. I literally just walked in. I was on the phone trying to clear some stuff up. So
I'm just giving you a hard time. Hey,
but
go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying I like y'all's chili over there, which sounds bad because it's canned chili. I know it's
still better
because it tastes the same every time, but it tastes like home cooked chili.
It tastes good,
and it's good. It tastes really good.
You know what's really good?
And then bacon bits.
You take some of that chili and then just put it in crackers. Just
I can't have crackers.
Sandwich crackers.
I can't have crackers.
Aww.
That's why I eat the hot dog with no buns.
Aww.
So.
It's so good.
But I can have all this fatty stuff, but you would think that's cool.
Yeah.
After a while, you just want a piece of bread, man, or something.
Okay.
So, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna see. Did you finish proxying off that deck?
Yes, I did. And I never paid attention to it until I started printing it. Right. There's no lands in that thing.
That is why the deck is called Oops All Spells.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I have it. Hang on.
So we can do a little segment of the show I like to call Showing Gary a Legacy Deck.
Yeah, I'm working on a Legacy deck now. Well, I got mine proxied up. I've got most of the cards already. I'm going to play it, see how it works, because I want to build my first Legacy deck. And the one that probably everybody's going to be playing soon is Death and Taxes.
Right.
Because if you didn't get into Legacy before,
you can
now, because most of the cards in that deck are in the Eternal Masters.
Right.
And then there's a lot of modern stuff in it. Like I already have Thalia. I only need one Batter Skull. I've already got Eldrazi Displacer. I think I've got one Containment Priest. And most of these others are inexpensive. I've already got 4 Ether Vials. I've already got all my Flicker Wisps.
Okay.
But the Caracas, which is going to be which is in Eternal Masters.
Right.
Mother of Ruins is not an expensive card, like $3. It's going to be Eternal Masters. Phyrexian Revoker, I don't think that's in Modern Master, but it's not that expensive. I've got all my Path to Exiles. Here's the expensive one. Rashadon Port.
Yeah,
I think there's only one regular non-foil print of that, and it's like $112 or something. And I have Rest in Pieces on the way too, so I pretty much have access to get everything. Stoneforge Mystic, I'm working on those. And guess what I have coming in the mail?
Dual lands.
Oh, dual lands! I got my
first to it
since 1997 was the last time I had owned dual lands, and now I have a Tundra and a Savannah on the way. So I paid 20% more for the Tundra because he said it was slightly played. And I was like, cool with that because I normally do 25%.
Okay.
So, plus I would much rather have a played dual land. The reason being is because that's one of the number one counterfeited cards there is.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the cards that people may not question as quickly, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'd much rather have a used one because you can tell whether it's real or not at that point. Like if it's 2 mint, it's like, and the only way to know is rip the card.
Right.
And you
don't want to be doing that.
Exactly. So,
all right, you ready for this?
Yeah, it was really cool. There was one card I did have a question about that's
okay.
nerve-wracking to me. Was that one where you lose the game if you don't pay this thing at the end?
Oh, that's in the sideboard.
There was 4 of them though in the sideboard.
Yeah, because the thing is gross.
Okay, explain the.
Oh no! It's Summoner's Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's main board.
Yeah, that's in the main. Yeah.
But the thing is, you can pull off turn 1, like you can pull off like turn 3 and 4 wins with this.
Turn 1 get wins.
Oh, how? Okay, explain.
Okay. So what you do is the goal is to get Beldred's Spy.
Okay.
Or you're looking for Undercity Informer. Okay.
Okay.
So the Undercity Informer says for 2 and a black, it's a human road for a 2/3, right? For 2 and a black. Then you can pay 1 and you sacrifice a creature. Target player reveals cards from the top of his library until they reveal a land card, and then puts those cards into their graveyard.
Okay.
So you target yourself, and you're gonna put all of your cards into your graveyard. Okay. Or you can play Balustrade Spy. Balustrade Spy is for 3 and a black, which you'll notice is the same casting cost as the Undercity Informer.
When you hit a land, there are no lands. Okay.
So he says when he enters the battlefield, target player reveals the top card. Same text. Mm-hmm. Same text and same casting cost. Only this guy has flying and this guy doesn't.
Okay.
Because with the Undercity Informer, you're going to sacrifice himself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then it runs a neat little card called Narcoleeba. Narcoleeba is for 1 and a blue. It has flying, and then if it was put into your graveyard from your library, it enters the battlefield. Right? So, in the process of the Undercity Informer and the Balustrade Spy putting cards into your graveyard, the Narcoleeba actually goes, hey, I'm from the library, going into the graveyard, I go jump to the battlefield instead. So just for free jumps to the battlefield.
Lose the game thing, by the way.
Yeah. Right, because this deck doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
Well, here's why. Right? So
I'm waiting
you now
for
have
the win.
have 4 Narcoleebas in the deck, right? So you have 4 Narcoleebas that you're putting into the graveyard.
Okay.
That are all going to go battlefield, right? Has a little card here called Dread Return. Dread Return says for 2 and a black, you can return target creature from your graveyard from your graveyard to the battlefield. All right? Or for flashback, you can cast it for its flashback cost. Sacrifice 3 creatures. You're sacrificing 3 Narcoleebas.
Yeah.
Now, what are you finding with this? What is the key? The key that you're finding is Angel of Glory's Rise. Angel of Glory's Rise is a 5-cost 2/2. It's a creature angel. It's a 4/6 with flying. When Angel of Glory's Rise enters the battlefield, exile all zombies. We don't care about zombies. Nobody has zombies anyway. Then return all human cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. All right, this deck runs 2 humans in addition to its deck. In addition to the Undercity Informer, which also is a human. Right? You don't need haste.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How are you winning?
Here's how you're winning.
Okay.
Right? Because this is when it enters the battlefield.
Gotcha. Yeah. This is all on turn 1 still.
This is turn 1. Right?
Yeah.
This is all done as soon as all you need to do is get the
all you gotta do is get a Lotus Petal and a Dark Ritual, right?
Yeah. Well, just a Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, and Undercity Informer, you win the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have the packs to back up the counterspell stuff. And you have the Summoner's Pack, so you can actually get one of those too. So if you don't have it in your hand, you have Summoner's Pack as backups.
And then you got this to discard as well.
Yeah, for more mana.
Or no,
Those
it's
are just
removed.
random.
Is it removed from the game?
Yeah.
Either way, though, it's more mana ramp.
It's ramp. Okay, so the 2 humans are Laboratory Maniac and Azumi, the Lady of Scrolls. Okay. Azumi, we'll go with the Azumi first. Azumi, Lady of Scrolls. Actually, no, let's do Laboratory Maniac. Laboratory Maniac says if you would draw a card and your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. So normally, if you go to draw a card and you have no cards in your library, you lose the game.
Does this other one make you draw? This other one, you do something and you can draw a card?
Laboratory Maniac says...
this is so dirty.
Laboratory Maniac says you go to draw a card. The
Azami. Yeah, basically you can tap an untapped wizard, which is what he is.
And she is, and
draw a card. And
you draw a card.
And it's colon, so you don't have, it has no summoning sickness effect.
It has no summoning sickness effect. She can tap herself.
You draw a card, you have no card to draw, you win the game.
Yeah. Turn 1.
And that's all this does?
That's all the deck does.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
called Oops, All Spells.
Okay, so here you go. Oh, here you go. There's your deck. So I look forward to playing this and seeing if this works.
It's a goofy deck.
Pretty sure it's gonna work.
It's
every
janky.
Time.
Well, the problem is
you have to mulligan down. So
yeah. Well, no. I mean, not that you have to mulligan until you find your answer, or where the deck can fail is if you ever draw any of your key spells, you lose the game. Gotcha. Like if you draw Laboratory Maniac, you lose the game.
Yeah, because you have no way of getting unless somebody like, oh, I'm gonna exile, or I'm gonna kill it, or something like that, like, or blocked. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you can't cast it.
Oh, why can't? Oh, you don't have anything for blue?
No, well, you can't use your mana for that. You have to just use your mana to cast the other.
Well, you could. This is exiling something out of your hand, right?
Yeah, but you can't exile it because you literally.
Or not exile, but you're getting rid of it, right?
Yeah, it says exile.
Does it say exile? Oh, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. I see.
Yeah, so the deck either turn 1 kills, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 kills, or does nothing.
It's one of those ones where you could afford to mulligan until you got that win condition. Maybe lose the second round because everything didn't work out, and possibly win the third game.
Yeah, you steal games from your opponent. And with the Pax of Negation main deck, you can just counter whatever they're doing. So if
zero
they go to
cost counter.
Yeah, 0 cost counter. You'll lose the game at the beginning of the next untap step, but
if they try to force a will you or something like that, you've got that 0.
Yeah, you got the 0 plus you don't care about the fact you're gonna lose.
Dude, that's so dirty.
Yeah, it's called Oops All Spells.
I want to see. I want to see this work. We'll put it right here.
It's hilarious.
To my tons and tons. So my Puka trade has gone down a little bit. Okay. When I say gone down, it's slowed down a little bit. I found like 300 rares in my binder for some reason weren't in there. Yeah. So I put them in there. Got rid of a bunch of those. The dual lands obviously pushed me down a little bit. So I have like a couple $100 in there right now. And I got about 600 more going out. And so it's mellowing down a little bit. Mainly because the set's been out for a while. When I say this set, I mean Shadows over Innistrad. Yeah. And then when Eternal Masters comes in, whatever I'm not going to keep for legacy or modern staples, I'll get rid of on there.
How have the prices
foils.
been going on that? Are the cards dropping?
The cards themselves are, other than what was that card that was sticking with it? What's the one that was never printed in a set? Mana Vault?
Mana Crypt?
Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt it's the stable one.
Okay.
What is it? It's pushed the price down on a lot of cards. So Maze of Ith.
What's Jace at now?
Jace is $66.
Okay.
Maze of Ith, and that's the lowest I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, Jace Vryn's Prodigy,
yeah,
is like $55 now. So both Jaces have gone down. So, but Maze of Ith, and I could be different because I haven't checked in like 3 or 4 days. But basically, when it came out, the original Maze of Ith was like $50, right?
Right.
So now they're all like 20-something bucks.
Oh, jeez.
So
sweet. Now I can pick one up for my deck.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of cool. And like I went on like Animate Dead. I just wanted a play set of them, so I went and got the revised ones because I like the look of the revised one. And then when the new one comes in, I'll just sell all mine on Puka because people will want those as well.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I was looking basically when they come in, depending on what it is, like days. I may want the old one, may want the new one. I don't know. Sometimes I like that old artwork, just and the old feel of the card nostalgia. I don't like that super shiny. It's kind of like with old baseball cards, like 1987 or 88, or it was after 1989, I think, and then they started making them shiny, glossy, and I didn't really care for that. So I just like that old.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if you've ever looked at some of the revised and betas and alphas. And I don't know if it's because they're sitting there for so long or oxidizing or whatever, but that back kind of has a weird look to it. You know? I mean, so it's kind of, I don't know.
Just coloring a little bit.
Yeah, some of them are a little darker, so.
Okay.
Well, I think that's it. I think we're made good time today. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do next week, so hopefully, actually next week we might be talking about our Eternal Masters.
Yeah,
boxes.
A little bit of Eternal Masters action.
I am going to do a video. I look forward to some video reviews. By the way, go on Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube, and I put a link up on our Facebook page, and it's on our website, which is BAFDraft.com. I have all 20 episodes uploaded on there. It's not it's a video, but it's really just audio. Some people do YouTube, some people do this, so I just want to make that available. I am going to be doing a review soon on some products I bought and doing a video review on that. I've used them for about 3 weeks now. I can give you my honest, here's exactly how I feel about it. I'm recording this podcast, so I'm going to try to do something with that. Eventually, I'll sync it up to where, our YouTube videos will be, actual full-on podcasts where you see us and everything. So it'll be cool. So, got anything to add? Our little tags and whatnot?
No.
So, we're at BAFDraft.com. It's our website.
Yep.
You go on there, you can link up to our Twitter, you can link up to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/groups/BAFDraft.
And Twitter also, at _BAFDraft.
Okay. And just go on the website on BAFDraft.com for the YouTube page because we do not have a unique name yet. It's just a bunch of letters and numbers.
Right.
So once we get 100 likes, I can submit for our own unique name.
Okay.
So which is why I shared, and I want people to just get on there. So
yeah.
And we finally made our first penny last week because we got to pay for all this equipment somehow. So we do ads and stuff. So
you have a penny now?
I think we have a penny. He said we made a penny. When I say he, I'm talking Will. So I got to get on there and look and see. But
Look
it was
at you!
Yeah, 1 penny.
Boom!
And we have very small. Basically, what we've done is it was kind of me doing it, and then Matt would help, and then Will's very technically savvy, so we got him involved, and I'm glad I made that decision. So it was a very good decision. So thanks, Will, and we'll see you guys next week, or we'll talk to you guys next week.
You'll see us next week.
Yeah, you'll see us, but we won't see you unless you show up to the USO and play, or the Vulture's Nest. So, have a good week. We're tapping out.